Hello, my one viewer. Hey, Angela. Um, so today is an early live because I was working only part of the day. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Angela? How are you doing this afternoon? I know it's an odd time for me to go live on a work day. I actually went to work and have come home. So I had to go to work early today. So we had I had to wake up 4:30. It was very early. Um, Worked 6 hours, and then we just drove on back, and I wanted to go live earlier than I normally do because, um, tonight or this afternoon, 5 I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Winnie is going live. Hey, Luxational. Yeah, so Winnie is going, live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Rakita from Rakita's Closet. So I wanted since I only worked half a day anyway, I was gonna go on early, but now I wanna make sure I'm really early because, like, I wanna be at her live. So it's like, yeah. But I said I worked part of the day today because my husband has to take his mom to the doctor, later in the afternoon. So we woke up at, oh my gosh, 4:30 in the morning. It was so early. And yeah, we're driving to work. It's like, so yeah, the only thing I have on my face is lipstick because the makeup didn't go on this morning. Yeah. Um, yeah, she's going live tonight. So you have plenty of time. Um, it's 6 p.m. Eastern. And I think that's 5 my time because I'm Central. Hey, beautiful steps. Um, yeah, so we did this so like I did this so I could go. I mean, I didn't want to. We're the same audience. I didn't want everybody have. I mean, Fakita hangs out with me. Winnie hangs out with me. I'm not gonna go live when they're going live. So we're just here early, and it's gonna work out fine. It's just a different time than I'm normally used to. I was zonked though on the drive home. I totally fell asleep in the car. James is like, I was like gone. I was so tired, and we had nothing but drama problems this week. It's like, really, really, Monday, why Monday? And then today's Tuesday, and today we had miscommunication issues. I'm like, why are we doing Tuesday too? Thank you. These glasses are from Zinni Optical. They're not very expensive, and I have them in the clear and the black. I was sending you your gift today, but then it got a snowstorm. Oh, wow, a snowstorm? Ouch, but thank you, for sending a gift. Thank you for thinking of me. You might wanna wait until, like, after this week because I'm pretty sure that the post office is mayhem and madness. You know, mayhem and madness. I can't even imagine having I have a box coming from Ed Braun. He's had it wrapped up and labeled and everything right next to the door, and I said, "Look, Ed, don't worry about it. I'm not going anywhere. Just do it when you can and don't go try to kill yourself going to the post office right now." Um, oh, so Beautiful Steps. Winnie and Rakita's Closet are going live. They're going to be reacting to, I think, one of those Christmas movies that Rakita's been reviewing. I don't know how long the live is, but I don't know. But Rakita and Winnie are hilarious. So together, who knows what's going to happen on the live? You know, I think it's one of those Christmas movies because Winnie loves Christmas movies and Rakita was doing some reviews on them. So I think they joined forces. Um, yeah, you can always catch it on the replay. Well, you know what? You might be up, Linda. Luxational, I'm glad Lily is off school this week. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm good, beautiful. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Linda S. Hey, everybody. Yes, you made it. Yeah, my sister's off school right now too. Oh gosh, family drama. Lord have mercy. My twin, identical twin, I told her all about my surgery stuff, when it was happening, how it was happening, my arm. She went through it, the 3-year drama of my arm and the orthopedic surgery and all of the fallout. She goes to her doctor today, and her doctor says, "Oh, you have a torn rotator cuff," and she texts me this, and I call her immediately, like, "Jennifer, which arm? And did you have an MRI done, or is this just because of the symptoms?" And she explained the symptoms, like, "Jennifer, you don't have a torn rotator cuff. You have what I have. We had the same exact architecture of our bones, you know, and this is what's happening to you. And so be aware you might have to have surgery, but do what your doctor says. Next step is the MRI." So I'm like, really, Jennifer? I mean, we have to, I know we're twins. We have to be this much of a twin, exact same arm, exact same symptoms, everything. And I'm like, Jenny, is the shape of the channel which the nerves run through, they're fraying the nerve that's running through it. So the nerve's swollen, it doesn't have space, and it's exhibiting itself in pain. And I says, it doesn't get better, you know. It can kind of help itself if the swelling goes down again. But the only way mine worked after a year of physical therapy and all the doctors was shaving the bone. So I told Jenny, this is what's going to happen. Just be aware. So we were kind of commiserating. Like, I know we get to be twins, but this is a little too much like twins. And we were laughing with each other. Um, uh, yeah, you have plenty. Oh, yeah, I have plenty of time to hang out and talk to you guys for sure. Um, So that was today's drama, and yesterday's drama was apparently Monday drama. So Monday drama at our work offices, I feel like our computers feel neglected that we leave for the weekend. And so when we come back on a Monday, they act up. It's just the way it is. They act up. It's like, guys, computers, I know we're with you 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. We're always with you. You're very demanding. I get it, but come on. It's like, don't do this. So we had first thing in the morning, Monday morning, is login issues, update issues, software not wanting to work, issues. And then work. I mean, my poor boss's office, the door did not close on his office. It's just a revolving door. And then today's issues was miscommunication issues because the team working in the office was like, hey, we got this. We'll do this, this, and this. And then the remote person who's remote, says, hey, I'm going to do this. We're like, wait, what? It's like, we just fix this problem. What do you mean you're going to do this? No, 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 no. And then I call the boss, like, hey, boss, did you tell, because the boss was working remote too. I said, did you tell this other guy to do this? Because, we got this covered. And they're like, no. So I'm like, okay. So we iron everything out. I get off the phone with the boss. I look over to the message from the other dude. The other dude says, never mind. I'm like, so I'm pretty sure tomorrow morning I'll be going into the office and having to deal with that nightmare. Something else probably would have happened. It's just, the week before Christmas is normally a rush week, and then the week of Christmas is normally a dead week for deliveries, and because people are either going on vacation before or they're on vacation the week of. So the 2 weeks at Christmas are kind of like chaos and mayhem. People are doing Christmas parties. People are, bringing in. They're wearing Christmas gear. They're all kind. It's just drama. I really, really love January. I have to admit this. I love January. January is my month because that means it's 10 more months before the holidays. It starts with Halloween, and then it just keeps on going. And I'm just like, every year I'm like, January, where are you? Anyway, somebody type something, please. I'm not sure if uh, I am still live, right? Okay, there we go. My counter doesn't always actively, it will jump, you know, so it's not quite counting. And if you're hanging around, give us a thumbs up on the thumbs up buttons, whatever. I'm not sure how. Okay, so my fellow, actually everybody's, thank you for the hearts for all the people who are hanging out. You know what? Maybe I didn't guess. I did do it wrong. I need to do live chats. It does. There we go. Beautiful steps. My Monday was fantastic as well. Doctor's appointments, more exams, and new medication. Oh, and drama too. When I told you my manager I was going to be off 2 more weeks. Ah, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine how much your boss loved that one about as much as my boss would. But unless you're cleared medically, it's not like you can do anything about that. You work in a place that cares about that. In America, they're like, "Well, I hope you have time off, and if you don't, we'll see you Monday." Um, so, but anyway, um, one of the things that the other thing I lost my train of thought. Oh, YouTube. Um, my YouTube career, as it is new, as you all know. Thank you, friends, for being here. And it's strange. I was talking to Winnie, and I was actually talking to a couple other content creators, and I said, like, look, what's happening to your December numbers? Now I realize I'm not putting out content every day, which I have been doing for months and months and months. But the numbers are down for views, the numbers are down for revenue, numbers are down across the board. And I'm like, when I do put out a video, my according to the numbers, just like I'm down by 100 views, I'm down subscribers, like, I've been stagnant or had the same amount of so new people aren't finding me, and I'm just like, "What is happening with YouTube?" And I just thought it was me, I thought it was me, just like I haven't been putting out enough content, I get it, people are busy, it's Vlogmas. Well, then I talk to other vloggers or other people who are not doing Vlogmas, and they're like, "No, it's not just you." I'm like, "Oh, so I wonder what YouTube is doing because something's funny." Um, Beautiful Steps, I know, but he needs me. Hate, yeah, I hate the situation. I want to go back to work. I know. If that, the people who, yeah, your job is, I get it, totally get it. Having a man down isn't easy. That means everybody else has to pick up, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes the workload just stacks because there's nobody else to do it. Um, yeah, so like YouTube drama is just like everybody's revenues down, everybody's ad revenues down, everybody's views are down, everybody's tired from Vlogmas. I've I think what I really actually have enjoyed is Cassie Thorpe doing her weekly vlog for the holidays. Um, and I think it's kind of hard. I think it's really hard to do this every day because I don't vlog, you know. So I just put out a video and I can film 3 videos in one day, but they're like 10, 15 minutes. And then I just schedule them out. Like I bet so far my January lineup for videos are mostly all group videos. Like I've 1 or 2 or 3 things in a video. I couldn't even categorize it correctly because I don't I everything I have is by individual brand in my playlist. I'm like, well, but I've been trying to I'm gonna start working, and I know I keep telling you this, but I'm gonna start working on collections. So my collection videos are gonna be like all of my denim bags or all of my Dooney satchels or all of my because I have two I can't show you every Dooney bag I have. I don't even know every Dooney bag I have, I'll be honest. Underneath underneath the desk, you are there's 4, um, 6 there are 6 bins of bags, 6 bins, and that's not how you wanna store them, but that's what I've had to resort to, and then I have all the bags over here, and then all the bags in my closet, and I still have bags coming in, like, I totally have to reduce bags, and I can't I know I keep saying it's, like, every single live, but they're like my kids, I love them all. Oh, dear, we've lost a few people, guys, I think you guys are it. We keep waffling between 4 and 3 and 7. Um, People are bouncing in, bouncing out. I know this is a very strange time to go live. Um, I think everyone is tired of so many Vlogmas. Yeah, it was fun when we weren't working more to keep us busy, but now it's just too much. I not only do I think that, I think it's too much for the vloggers, to be honest. Like they're tired of putting out, "Hey, Burger Boy, I'm so happy you're here." I know I'm mid-afternoon on a work day, but I woke up at 4:30, guys. I'm tired. And I worked 6 hours, then I came home, and then James has to take his mom to the doctor's. So that's why we're up. We're out here because today at 6 p.m. Eastern, Winnie BLV and Rakita's Closet are going live. So I didn't want to run into their live time. Because we all are the same audience. I'll be right there watching them. Um, Yes, yes, I have worked. I worked 6 hours today, and I'm taking 2 hours off of leave time. Probably might take it as medical time, who knows? Um, and then, yeah, because we had to take his mom to the doctor's office. And Friday, she goes again to another doctor's appointment, but I'll go to work separately. Um, James and I work in the same place, so we commute, and when it's like this, it makes more sense for us both just to take a couple hours off, but on Friday, the appointment is in such a way that I'm gonna go into work and he's gonna take the whole day off. Yeah, but so we have, like, a three-car family, and this is so and I think at any given time, one of our cars are in the shop, but I'll tell you that in a minute. Angela has a question. I have a question. What would you recommend for a good work bag that can handle the hassle of life and still look good? Okay, do you mean work bag to hold a computer or work bag to hmm, trick question. Okay, so in my work, I don't have to carry a laptop, and I don't necessarily have to carry a ton of stuff back and forth because I work on location 5 days a week. Other people who have to carry things back and forth, what most people are using in my office, because I work on a big, huge government compound, is a bag that can roll. And mostly we have one. It's a Samsonite one for computers, but I prefer the look of a shoulder bag, and I prefer the look of a bag that does not look like a briefcase, because if I leave my bag in the car, I want it to look like a tote bag and not like a briefcase, right? So, depending on the size of what you need, I think I wanna say the Rogue 39, but it's very expensive, so cost-wise might not be very good, and it's a very heavy bag without anything. That's a Coach Rogue. The other bag I suggest would be the Dooney. The problem with the Dooney is I prefer the smooth leather to instead of the pebbled leather, and they have several different types of totes. It depends on your shoulders too. Um, do you want it to be a shoulder bag, crossbody bag, top handle bag? It really depends on what you want it to do. A lot of people use LV. A lot of people use a Neverfull. A lot of people use a tote like that to work or conventions. I've seen a bunch. One I think is very classy, which you don't see very many of, is the Louboutin tote. It just has a few rock studs, but it's the structured leather that I'm really looking at. So it has enough structure to stand up when you sit down. Not too heavy, but of course, those can be pretty pricey, guys. I mean, even on the Relove market, but lis I am a book author and oh, that helps, Angela. I love books, like, a lot, love books. You have a new fan. Are your books under your name? Um, because I'm gonna become your newest fan. I love books. Oh, no, beautiful that you have migraine. Yes, Beautiful Steps has migraines, it's not good. Um, an artist. Mm, okay, this makes a difference. That makes a whole difference on how I wanna suggest what to get you for a work tote because, you're not gonna need as much structure. At that point, you need something that's gonna really take a beating and keep on moving. Um, Birkin Voices work bag, excellent choice is Ralph Lauren double zip, discontinued, but you can get then pre-loved and just made sure it's 16 inches. Yeah, that was a very good one. I wish I just moved that one. Um, what about Coach? They make lots of totes. Coach makes lots of totes, but I don't find that their city tote and all the different variations of their totes are really that good, except for the Field Tote 40 and the Dempsey 40. Let me show you one. Um, this one. This is the Tote 40. It's big. This is really big, but what I use this one for is canvas for my needlework. And so what I have in here, which I really need to finish, is some embroidery. that I'm working on that I really have forgotten. I really need to do more of. And so this is for art wise. This is really good, and it's sturdy enough. If you get the leather one, this is the canvas and leather one for books, because carrying books is extremely heavy. I and I'll be super honest, as a person toting books and art supplies, have you ever bought I think it's from LL Bean or Land's End, I can't remember which one, the Boats and Tote collection? I think it's LL Bean. You can get a custom tote bag. Let me show you. Um, as a book lover, this is my favorite tote bag. This is literally my favorite tote bag. This is not this particular identical one. This is from Land's End, and also LL Bean does the totes and boats, and you can get them huge, like huge sizes. And this one has a zipper top. You can customize it. This canvas is virtually indestructible, guys. This stuff for books and art supplies, it's because of it's lightweight and very durable. Awesome. And you can get them in like a neutral, like very not plaid, just like a standard, navy. You can get it monogrammed. These ones are, if you don't need to have a formal work bag, this is the work bag. And it's not, they're $50 to $100, maybe $150 if you get the super big one. I've had them in every size. This is I think the medium one. This is not even the big one, guys. This is the medium one. So I would do a Field Tote 40, Dempsey 40, Land's End Tote like that. If you need something that's more formal, a little bit more attractive, go with the Ralph Lauren for sure. I'm all about the American brands if I can do it. Let me see what I'm looking at. I missed some stuff. Beal Steps, I'm sorry to hear you're feeling unwell. What about Coach? It will be when I launch. Oh, yay. I'm so excited, Angela. I love books so much. I'm so happy to meet an author. Hi. Migraines in 2017, but now it's been constant. Oof, that's rough. Hey, Brian. Hi. We're going live early because I only had to work half a day, and Winnie's going live today. And I don't want to compete with Winnie because I want to be at Winnie's live. I'm working on trying to get a YouTube channel or a website, but haven't decided which one would be better. Both. You probably want both. You're going to want the website and you're going to want the YouTube to meet the people and get your book out there, especially if you're not shy. Some authors don't do, they're great at authorship, not great at, public speaking part. How are you at self-promotion? Because that's what this is. This is self-promotion. So you should honestly do a YouTube, do a website, Instagram, every platform you can, depending on what genre of book you're writing also. And let's see, everyone's saying hi to Brian. Yes, Angela, that tote is awesome. What's that tote I just showed you, or the colorful one or the plaid one? The colorful one was Coach, and the plaid one was Land's End. But also look at LL Bean. Luxational, beautiful. I absolutely understand. I am a migraine sufferer 5 to 6 days straight. Ooh. Irretractable migraines? Wow. Your steps. Talking about mental migraines, health services here. Let's see. Birkin Boy says, Angela, you really need YouTube, website, Instagram for publicity. You probably might want to get a publicist too, honestly, a social media publicist, just because you are a professional. But, you can build up to that. You don't have to start that way. You're going to have to deal with somebody. You need a P.O. box. Eventually, you're going to need address for people to reach you, because when people know you're an author, they're going to say, hey, how can I get your books? You go to the website, things like that. Oh, I just read 5 to 6 weeks. Oh my, yeah, she's been, Beautiful Steps has been going through it for a while, guys. Broken boy, my hands aren't working today, so I'm speech to text. Oh, man. I hate it when I hate those days. Yeah. Yeah, Birkin boy, you missed when I was telling everybody, my twin sister texted me today about her shoulder, and she says, "Oh, yeah, I have a torn rotator cuff." I called her. I said, "Jennifer, is it a torn rotator cuff by MRI, or is that just what the doctor told you because of the symptoms?" And she's like, "The symptoms." And I'm like, "Jennifer, which arm is it?" It's her right arm. The same arm I had surgery on, the same issue I had. I said, "Jenny, it's not gonna get better. You're gonna have to have surgery." So she's like, "What?" I'm like, "I know, we're twins, but 3 years later, and she has the same problem I have." Actually, I think it's 4 years now because we both have genetically, we are identical, you know? So apparently our bone structure too. We have the same exact compressed disc, and mine just got exacerbated from the car accident. It's just so silly. Um, girl, but I always ask. Yeah, I know, right? Always ask for the MRI. It tells you everything. Um, Luxational, they won't pay for Botox. That's absolutely wrong, especially when it's a proven medical procedure that helps tremendously for migraines. I don't understand the health system. I really don't. I've got 7 to 8 nerve blocks injections 3 weeks ago, and I had no see, that's what kills me. It's like they'll do a nerve blocking injection, but they won't do a Botox, and it's ridiculous, you know? And I'm surprised they would've given me an MRI, like, within, like, a month. They're like, "Okay, everything all the easy answers, we've tried all the solutions, and now let's see what's wrong," you know? I hate MRIs, by the way. They are it's not the claustrophobia, it's the having to stay still. When they did the MRIs of my shoulder, it was like 20 minutes of you cannot move or fidget. And honestly, if they had told you, "Please don't breathe," they would've, 'cause I was breathing I was in pain, literally in pain. So it was hard not to move. And they're like, "Please don't move." I'm like, "Great." Beautiful Steps is in a foreign country, so her insurance is different than ours. Um, my husband has nerve blocks in his back, and it didn't work either. This is maddening beautiful. You definitely need an MRI. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it when medical things happen. Like this morning, I was barely awake, and it takes me a while to move because of my compressed disc and the screws in my sacrum, and, it hurts. So, I James and I have gone through, in the 16 years we've been married, um, probably 8 different mattresses in 16 years, and, this last one has worked out the best so far, and it's just been like, but they never last very long. I mean, they say, "Oh, mattresses last 8 to 10 years." I'm like, "Well, not in my house." Um, Between my back issues and everything else that's happened, it's like every type of mattress you can imagine we've tried. Um, and then we went on vacation, and I slept so well on vacation, I said, "I need you to take a picture." We took a picture of the tag of the mattress. I went to the mattress store, it was a Sealy Posturepedic. I went to the mattress store and said, "I need this mattress," and they got the newer edition of that mattress, and it's worked really well for me. Um, so with my health condition, I have to have it every 3 months. Ouch. This could be something more serious, right? I know you're in the United Kingdom. Broken boy, they have to sedate me due to. Oh, so you have claustrophobia? It's I I've had 2 MRIs and a CT scan with contrast and in my whole life, and I would just do about anything not to have to do an MRI again. I'm serious. I understand. Claustrophobia doesn't get me, but it's not a good experience. But it did help. I mean, they found the problem, you know, like, well, they said, "Do you wanna get a mammogram or an MRI?" "I'll go for the mammogram first." It's like, "No, thank you. I don't need the MRI," you know? But I have had to do it. That's why I sent to neurology, general practice doctors, can't do much. They did everything they could, till now. Now big oh, yeah. Well, they do all the easy things first, right? They do all the easy things they can do, and then things that make sense, the things that are like, "Well, these are the common things. This is what happened. Let's try this." And now it's not working. So now we're like, "Okay, now we have to do more stuff." There's a lot of art in the science of medicine. But anyway, we did go see the Willy Wonka movie. I went we went, it's we went on Sunday after I did the live, guys, and, I did not love it. My husband loved it. It didn't ruin my childhood, and I think it's great for the new generation, and they did very, very well compared to the Johnny Depp version, which was a travesty, and I love Johnny Depp, but I loved Hugh Grant. I think Hugh Grant was definitely the winner of this show. Um, yeah, it's a prequel. It's the becoming of Willie, but there's a lot of creative liberty, so it's not as dreary. Because I mean, if you've read the book and you've watched it, at the end of Wonka's life, he's not exactly very joyful, but this is the beginning, and there's a lot of creative licensing. It's a fun movie. It definitely wanted us to buy candy because, as soon as we left, I said, "Let's stop and get some candy." We picked up some Godiva chocolates. So, yeah, so marketing works, and it was fun. Oh my goodness. 'Cause he doesn't know who or what an Oompa yeah, he meets the Oompa Loompas for the first time kind of in this film, and it's hilarious. It's really good. It's really well done. That part, the Oompa Loompa, Hugh Grant was excellent. Definitely take your kids. It's a fun movie. I would have just waited for it to come on theater. My husband loved it. He loves lighthearted, mm, optimistic movies. I like real life, hardcore, more real than fantasy, and this is yeah. I just watched the original the other night, it was okay. The original is something that I love because it's my childhood, and I like the book. That was the first time you'd ever seen it? Wow, Birkin Boy. So if you first I had read the book before I'd ever watched the movie. It was just one of those books that was in my life as a young person. So when I watched the movie, I really, really liked it. They did a really good job. I'm not a huge fan of Gene Wilder, so but it was watching it from my memory as a kid, the going into the room of chocolate and the was just amazing. So the new one actually is even better because of what they can do with technology, right? So it's even more beautiful. Part of the story is kind of silly, but it's a beautiful I'm too much of a realist. I have a hard time watching which is weird because I love reading fantasy, but I have a hard time watching fantasy, especially stuff that's so like not practical. uh Luxational, they cannot I think they just are waiting to do the MRI luxational. I don't think it's they can't do it, they're just you know and, you are dependent on if they have the actual technology, where they're at. As a person who lives in a small town, I don't even have a hospital. We have to drive 30 minutes to a hospital. If there's an actual emergency, there is a emergency room place here, but, I mean, I'm not sure how much they can do, you know? But, yeah, that was one of my biggest concerns when we moved to this small town is that we were so far away from hospital. Because when I lived in but I kinda rationalized it. So I said, "Hey, look, when we lived in San Antonio," I said, "even the closest hospital to us was 30 minutes away." Well, not quite 30, 20 minutes. It might have been 30 minutes with the red lights, but I said, "So even though it's another town, it's distance-wise, maybe the same distance. Maybe, not really, okay. That's kinda how I justified it. I said and, we were hoping they were gonna build a hospital because they had put in an advertisement that they were gonna build a hospital. This town used to have a hospital, and they closed it in the '80s, and they don't have one now. Beautiful Steps, I did an MRI on the in 2017, and it didn't find anything. Think that's the next step for neurology. Yeah. They have to be able to see what's happening, but, um oh my god, Linda, I'm so sorry about your migraines. Oh, I have all the Lindas here today. Linda P, Linda S, and Beautiful Steps. I feel so this is so exciting. Oh gosh, speaking of the Lindas, no reflection on the Lindas, but, it just reminded me of the Heathers, which reminded me of Mean Girls. I know my brain works in weird ways, but they're doing a remake of Mean Girls. I'm like which was a remake of the Heathers. I mean, it's not a new concept. They do one every 10 years or so, but I'm just like, did you have to do another one with the same exact, like, movie? It looks like the same movie. Um, but anyway, so we're pretty much caught up on all the movies, and we're gonna stay away from the masses of humanity for the next week or so because everybody is getting sick. Half my office, if they're not sick, are getting sick, and I'm just like, "I know it's just the weather, but come on." Um, um Yes, 3 Lindas in the chat. Um, it's not really a remake, it's a musical version. Oh, that makes so much more sense. I don't why does Mean Girls need a musical version? Mean Girls is Mean Girls. It's like, really? Ugh, that's just I don't get it. I don't understand that. I was a little too old for Mean Girls with, Lindsay Lohan. I only watched it a year or so ago, and I was not very impressed. I can't watch high school melodramas. Living through high school the first time was enough. I don't need to watch it anymore. I feel that way about, a lot of anime series. I like anime. I love the art form. I love the stories, but I don't like the fact that it's always young people going through some type of drama or something. It's like, what? Do people never become adults in Japan? Or is this just or like, is this just the content Americans wanna see, you know? So, I haven't been watching a lot of anime either. We're talking about the golden oldies movies, A New Leaf with Walter Matthew and Ellie Eileen May. I don't know if I've seen there is a fly. Why are you even alive? It's December. Go away. Mm. This is what happens when you have dog door. Walter Matthau. I don't know if I've seen that one. Listen here, Linda's. Yeah, is anybody else watching any holiday movies? I don't watch holiday movies. I don't well, other than they're all very sappy and they make me cry, or I don't do horror movies and I don't do Hallmark movies anymore. I just, stay clear. Stay clear. I watch a lot of true crime on audio or on YouTube. And my husband doesn't like that because he doesn't like true crime, but he loves British detective series. So he watches all the Inspector Lewis, Inspector Morris, Endeavor, um, and I think I said this Midsummer Murders, and I'll be like, whatever. Like we watched Columbo for a while just because it's funny because well Columbo it always starts the same way. There's a dead body and it's about Columbo trying to solve who killed who. Um, So funny, even though I've watched it 5,500 times. Oh, just watch Elf. I didn't like the Elf, I'm sorry. I don't like the actor who plays Elf. I like The Holidays with, Cameron Diaz. All of my favorite Christmas movies is A Wonderful Life, but, Wonderful Life is kinda sad. Broken Boy, I think we're all around the same age or any of you're listening to, um, Shandor Shannon Doherty has a new podcast? Oh, send me that link. I didn't know. I like her. I've always liked her, and she has such a bad rap in Hollywood. Like she'll start something and then they'll say it's because of her. And I'm just like, I like her. Um, I've always liked her. Mm. I think my favorite Christmas movie was Miracle on 31st Street or 34th Street, which street? The one with the Macy's parade in it. It's a Wonderful Life, and when I was watching what was the name of that movie? An older movie. I like the older movies. Nobody will check it out. I like her lots in Beverly Hills 90210. Yeah, I like her. If I remember correctly, she had cancer, or has cancer, possibly remission. I don't remember. Fly, go away. I don't know why we have flies alive in the middle of December. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, let me open this box. I've been Jackie, I just sent you the link. Thank you. I've been watching Christmas movies on YouTube when my head allows me. Yeah, 'tis the season. Yeah, it is the season. So I bought this off eBay, and no, I shouldn't have. And I say that every time I buy something. And yeah, so the year of 2024 is me trying not to buy every bag I like. Because I can't keep doing it. And James has been very kind not to get really mad at me, but even I'm mad at myself at this point. So let's see if I can open this. I'll open this from the back. I always like opening boxes from the back side because normally it's the easiest to open. I normally only have one strip of tape. She's in stage 4 cancer now. Oh, that's not good. I mean, I knew she had cancer. I didn't know it was that serious. Like stage 4, means it spread to 4 places. Man, I hope she can recover from that. It can happen. She can recover from that. But, I'm sure she's doing everything she can. Did anyone see Willie Nelson's 90th birthday? Wow. No, I didn't, but I like Willie. He has a fascinating life. Oops. I didn't mean to hit the microphone. So I have a thank you card. This is thank you for supporting my small business. This must be a really big small business because this is a professionally printed out card. Instead of writing an individual thank you card, they just stick this in their packages. She has cancer in her bones. Oh my gosh, it metastasized to her brain. Oh dear. Yeah, I will definitely support her podcast because at this point, I don't know if you recover from that. I think you just live with that until there is no more. So this is more plastic. I mean, I appreciate people wrapping stuff up, but it's a plastic bag with more plastic in a box. It's a lot. So this is a bag I don't know anything about. I know nothing about this. You'll love this, Lindas. All my Lindas. This and Luxational. This is a Coach bag that I've never seen before. And it's like a messenger style bag. I just saw it. It's like that, the 10 years ago, this was popular, this type of a strap. It has lining. It might not let you put the link in there because it gets picky. 2000s for short. Yeah, totally. This says, this is a Coach bag, handcrafted in China from natural cowhide leather. and the whole normal feel, and it says A053-9570. See, actually, you can't see that. I'm just gonna put the number in here. So it is A053-9570. Text. Send. Send. Um, it's really cool. It's really clean, actually. It's like not been used. Even the corners. This is a multicolored. It has a little D ring here to hook your keys to, and it's navy. I know it might look a little black, but it's navy, and it has a back pocket. So it has that messenger style look to it. I'm gonna undo the, because I know how these work. This is actually shortened just to look short, to just be a different way to do it, because this is probably just how this person had it. But I don't want this to be a shoulder strap. I want this to be as long as it can go. And normally I just remove. It's a very interesting way they did that. So these buckles, so you can normally, there's a little bit of transfer on the white leather from the navy leather, which is normal, totally normal. So you can see some right there. And let's make this one longer. Because when I saw this, I'm like, that's not a shoulder bag. I just got kicked out for misuse of. It's posting a link, Birkin Boy. They get very upset. The only person that could put a link in there is me. But guys, YouTube is being weird. They've put new rules on the content creators. It's called the Hampton Flat Crossbody January of 05. That's awesome. That's so cool. I like the Hampton bags, so I'm all for it. I'm all for a Hampton bag. So let me, as soon as I finish this, I'm gonna pull up how much I paid for this. You guys will not believe how much I paid for this. I'm all about the. So it's a little crinkly because of how they had it folded to make it shorter, which is ridiculous because all of you have to do, actually, that is the only way to make it shorter, other than this short. So anyway, I like this bag. Let me show you. Right there. It's not too big. It's not too small. It has, I might flip the strap around to be the blue. A little bit of a Coach nerd. I have no idea. I just shared that link. Yeah, that's the problem, Birkenwood. They don't want you to share a link because it's how, instead of dealing with bots, that's how they're trying to deal with it. It's like nobody can put links in there other than the host. You can't put links in the shorts either. Isn't it cool? Okay, let me see. Let me go find my eBay. Hold on. I'll be right back. James? Your mom. Messenger service. I'm back. Oh, James, it's not 3, it's 2:15. Her appointment?
What?
She says her appointment's at 2:15, not 3. Let's figure it out. Well, that could be a problem. Let me go to purchases. And I can't believe how much I bought this bag for, guys. So it's called, the vendor was Thrifty Duo, and Coach Crossbody Handbag Classic Leather. It gives the number. I bought it, the list price was $20, and with shipping and tax, it was $33.84 right here. I had to. It's a rescue mission. It was a rescue mission, right? If you look, see, because the Hamptons, like 2000s bags, they're not old enough to be like vintage, although 2005 is pretty old. Considering I was just out of high school, I mean, out of college. I was just out of college starting work. Um, but not new enough to be super expensive, right? So I find them because I'm looking not for specific styles. Um, yeah, for an 18-year-old bag, that's a normal price because it's not old enough to be classic. If it's in the it was from the 1990s, 1980s, it costs more. So what's been happening is all of the bags I've been looking at, um, all the bids I've been putting in for bags that are vintage Coach, like vintage Coach from the 80s and 90s, I've been outbid on every one of them, all of them. So I said, "You know what? I'm changing my direction. I'm just gonna go look for bags that came out in the 2000s that people are bored of. They're not old enough to be old, so they're not popular with the young people who didn't see them the first time around, right? And they're old enough to be the people who had them the first time around. They're like, I had that. I don't want to buy that again. And I'm like, for $30, I am buying this leather bag. Because right now, Coach bags are like $500, $300 right out the gate. And I'm like, I need I can't keep buying $300 bags in the volume I buy them in. This, I can spend $30 for this, use it, enjoy it, love it, and then give it away. Like move it on. If my sister doesn't steal this, I'll be shocked. This is the type of bag she likes a lot. It's just, a mini messenger. And of course, I like the blue more than the white. So I like contrast, but I prefer blue. Yeah, so I like the Hampton series of bags. So I like these. And they just relaunched a new Hampton bag. So that look and a couple of the other vintage bags that they kind of redid are back in style again, and they sold out on the Coach website. But that Soho, they brought out the Soho redo. The problem with that one is they didn't change anything about it. And so people were like, I've seen that, I've had that, I don't want that again. They didn't sell that well. But some of the bags that I think sell really well are the ones that they actually do something different to, where you can't just go buy the original. Like this is the original, right? So if they just produced another one just like this brand new, they'd probably sell it for $350 because that's what they're doing now. This is probably, I would imagine, 200, 175 in 2005. Um, I would think so. I don't know. So anyway, James is getting his mom out to the doctors. Luckily, we live right next door. I mean, we are just next to this doctor's office, so they're gonna go. Boy, I blame you for wanting a Celine horse carriage bag. I went to subscribe to Leah Sophia, and it's now. I know, right? I want that Coach bag too, by the way, Linda S. I mean, to get if let me see if I can pull up a photo, guys. Linda's shown me some photos of what we're talking about, and this is the Celine Coach carriage bag. So it's just a box leather bag, gorgeous, classic, beautiful. They're a great price too. I mean, if I could, I would buy that. Anywhere from a couple $100 up to $600. It's a beautiful bag. I'm gonna look for another 80s in auction, 2 days to finish. I think it's because the vintage coaches are all yeah, they're crazy. Every single vintage coach I have put on auction, I've been outbidded on. Now, granted, I'm the opening bid and I haven't really, but people are waiting till the last 5 minutes to outbid me. So I'm only losing by the second bid. It's not that there's this huge bidding war. It's just that people aren't really bidding until it gets to the very end and then they're buying it for very little. It's very annoying. Um Linda S, tell me don't do it. Yes, you should do it. You should do it, Linda. Linda, you know that really beautiful Chanel you don't use? Sell that one. Well, actually, don't sell that one right now because the market is awful, but, you know, use one you want. Hmm, you can't seriously, Linda, you can't ask bag people to tell you not to buy a bag. We're always gonna say buy the bag. Always, unless there's another better version. And now need want that bag, yeah. Yeah, I know. But also, aren't you moving? Hmm, so, yeah, maybe after you move, because moving is crazy expensive. Um, oh, okay, that makes a difference. That can make a big difference when you're talking luxury handbag prices. Go for the bag. Hmm. Oh, get it there. Yes, do it, Linda. Just don't sell just to buy. Oh, no, she has a bag she doesn't use and her daughter doesn't want and I love, but it's like she's not using it because she doesn't really reach for it. But I don't know, Linda, you might use that bag when you move. It could just be where you're living because you live in like a rainy, wet, dreary place. Mm. Yeah, the prices for pre-loved was really, really good a couple years ago, and that's when I picked up all the ones I had 2 or 3 years ago, and then now it's like now I'm picking up those prices for the um 2000s bags, but the ones in the 80s and 90s that used to be $50 used every day, you can't find those now. Now they're $170, which is what they were selling for when they were brand new. Um, yeah, lambskin's not good for rainy weather places. Yes, maybe when you move you'll use it because you're moving to a better climate for bags. It's always funny, I always watch Amelia Rose and because she lives in Ireland, which is, like, stereotypically known for rain and dreariness and, wet, moist air, and, she has some gorgeous bags, and I'm like, "Where are you taking that bag?" 'Cause it's like she has these beautiful wicker bags or she has a I think it's a Prada one that's orange and wicker, and I'm like, yes, for your vacation in the south of France because you're not gonna be or in Spain because it's not gonna be in Ireland. Um, my mother is right now actually, I should show you a photo. My mother is currently where did I put my phone, Jackie? Um, oh, over here. It My mother is currently in Thailand, and she sent a photo over, and okay. I'm gonna find that link to link you guys, but hold on. Let me find my mom's photo. She is currently in Thailand, and I wanna show you this because this is my mother with her fancy handbag. Yes, that is her Lady Dior, and, she's all decked out at a Christmas party. Yeah, that's mom. Yep, her Lady Dior. She went to Belgium to buy that. She lives in Denmark, and she drove down to Belgium. They sold Klaus's airplane, and, part of, what she got was that bag, and I was like she here's the thing, guys. She spends, like, I don't know, I think she's spending 4 months in Thailand and 4 to 6 months in Thailand, and the rest of the year and the other half of the year she's in Denmark, and I'm like, "You took" so when she travels, she'll put that Lady Dior in a larger tote and carry it on. Oh, mom's a fashionista. Mom is like socialite, fashionista. I mean, the whole 9 yards. She's all about fashion. She wanted to be a fashion designer actually. Um, oh, I was gonna get that link. Let me go find that link so I can show it so I can send it to you guys. Um, oh, my mom's always in hats. Asian people are afraid of the sun, literally afraid of the sun. They are like, "Sunshine, no thank you." Long sleeves, she's wearing stockings in in that photo too because she does not want sun even on her legs. Um, what's the name of that? I'm trying to find the link for that Birkin Boy sent because let's be clear. There we go. And subscribe. And let's do a share link. Copy. Go back to live. Here we go. So here's the link for the Shannon Doherty. Paste. Enter. So it lets me do that, but when Birkin Boy did that, they kicked him out because it's against their guidelines. Like whatever, is how they're dealing with spam bots, so they don't have to deal with spam bots. Thank you. My mom would be very proud to be told she's pretty. She's 67 years old. She doesn't like me reminding her this. uh, yeah, my mom is covered head to toe when she goes out, but at 85, her skin is still like porcelain. Yep. Mom's a huge proponent of Chanel. She uses Chanel cosmetics and skincare. So your mom is like me, but with a difference. You aren't a fashion designer like my dad. Yeah. No, I'm not a fashion designer. I did not get that bug, guys. I did not get that. She has lamented my entire life about my lack of fashion sense. My twin, who is an interior designer, got all of her fashion sense. And my sister loves clothes. She just doesn't want to do the work it takes to be a fashion designer. She liked furniture and textiles. But Jennifer's actually a teacher, but her first degree was in interior design. Yeah. Thank you, Birkin Boy and Jackie. Yes, I just subscribed to her. Yeah, so guys, Linda, Beautiful Steps, her daughter is a fashion designer. It's very cool. Birkin Boy, my mom is 68, but she looks younger than me thanks to Cher's pioneering efforts. What did Cher do? What pioneering? I don't know. What did Cher do that's pioneering efforts other than plastic surgery? I don't know if that's pioneering. I think that's normal. My mom's had that's what I was going to tell you. See, when we were young, my mother got rhinoplasty because her nose is an typical Asian nose, like flat in the bridge, and I got my nose from her, and then she didn't like hers and she changed it. So for me, it was like, Mom, you don't look like yourself. But for my mother, she doesn't like looking at any of the photos of her when she was pre-surgery because she says that's not my face. And I'm like, I know, but this is the face I remember. So let me blow that up a little bit more. So you can see her nose is a little bit more of a bridge where mine is more flat on a profile. Yeah. So she had her eyes done and her nose done and some other stuff, but she's had lip tattoos, eye tattoos, all the stuff. She'd do any, even my stepfather has had facial surgery done of some type. They live in Asia. It's cheaper, even though they're Danish and they have national health care. Those things are optional, so they're cheaper in Thailand. Mom's always been beautiful. Mom has always been part of the pretty people in life. She is part of those top percentages. So when I tell you she does the little old lady, Asian lady thing, I'm serious. She's like, oh really? She does it coquettish, and she gets away with bloody murder. Bloody murder. Brian doesn't always hang out. He's working too. I thought it was a skincare I hadn't heard of. Yeah, no. It's my mother has used Chinese skincare, stem cells, everything. La Prairie, La Mer, every potion and lotion you can put on your face, my mother has tried. She even did pearl crushed pearls, everything. So does my mom. She plays both sides. Like mom does plastic surgery and every ounce of skincare and sun hats and everything. She eat well, exercise, all of it. She's all about living to be as long as she can live, right? And she wants to be healthy. She laments that she's about 20 pounds heavier than she's ever been her entire life, and she's upset about it. I'm like, Mom, you mean so you went from a size 6 to a size 8? which is exactly what happened. And I said, "Mom, you're 67 years old. It's okay, Mom." But she doesn't agree with me. So, yeah. So we take more after my dad's side of the family. Um, but anyway, just the way it is. So pearls. I was watching Winnie B. LV's video about her 30th anniversary, and pearl. She got pearl earrings from Tiffany. So I obviously these are fake pearls, guys. These are fake pearls right here, little seed pearls. But so I had to go over to Tiffany's and go look at these pearls because I love pearls, and they're $500. And I'm like, okay, well maybe not those pearl earrings, but she's getting one of her Tiffany pearl necklaces evaluated to be restrung. Well, I have a pearl necklace from Mikimoto, and I'm like, I really need to get these restrung. So I contacted Mikimoto and I said, "Hey, how can I get this done?" And they responded back, lovely, lovely email. I mean, the customer service greatness. And they could have simply said, just go to our service center. No, they gave me all kinds of options. They gave me a price list. They told me if you want to do this, this, and this. So I think the average price for the restringing of the pearls at the strand I have would be about $300, but there's something else they can do, which is fascinating. They can do a recertification of cost and receipt of authenticity, which is what you would need for insurance, right? So they can do an actual evaluation, and unfortunately, that costs $400. So to restring, it's $300, and to get the documentation is $400. But I'm pretty sure I have the Akoya sea pearls, not the freshwater pearls, and these are graduated, which is something they don't do anymore. It's one of those rare gems. They used to be because you have to sort them in such a way. Most people just get pearls all the same um, diameter, and they just do a strand of pearls with the same diameter pearl. This is actually going from a small pearl to a large pearl, and large enough for my neck. So it's like 24 inches. It's beautiful, but I do need to get them restrung. And they're normally strung on silk and knotted between each pearl. And it gets weak over time. So I might have to figure out how to do this eventually. I'm not gonna spring this on James right now because I'm like, he's gonna say, like, "How much to get these restrung?" Like, $300 just and then you have to pay for postage and the return postage, so they'll send it off to their warehouse, and it's like a $30 postage fee on the return flight or, I'm sure, because I mean, these either go to the warehouse for the workshop here in the United States if they have one, or it flies itself over to Japan, where they're from. So we will find out. I don't know. I've hung on to those pearls for a while. I love pearls. Pearls are my favorite gem, semi-precious gem. I just love the whole concept of a pearl. It's which is why I have these in my ears. These are glass pearls. I have some South Sea pearls earrings, but I don't wear them because I had to get them. One of the pearls came off the post and I had to get them redone. It's just an epoxy glue. It's a glue they use. But ever since then, I've been too worried about losing them. And I wore them in my wedding. My friend wore them at her wedding. My grandmother wore them at one of her photos. So they're more sentimental now than they are a fashion item. I adore pearls. I've never met a pearl I didn't like. Always loved to wear hats, but I was a bit rubbish with skincare when I was younger. So was my mother. When she and my dad first married and they were living in Hawaii, we were just born. So this is in the 80s. So we were born in 79. So we were 3 years old, so 82, 81, 82. They were in Hawaii. My mother sunbathed. This is when people not only do they sunbathe, they encourage sun skin damage, and my mother did that. So, and then later on, they realized, "No, no, this is really bad for your, complexion later on." So, now she does everything she can to avoid the sun, but all that damage happened when she was in her 20s, like, because she was only 24 when we were born, you know? So or was it 26? 24. I think she's 24. Different time era. Even my older sisters all sunbathed and they put they encourage tanning, and this is as pale as I get. I don't get any paler than this because it's the dead of winter, and, this is me is white. It's like which is more color than what my older half sisters have. They are very, very Irish. Mm, pearls don't like me. I have pearls, but wear them very they don't like you? Gold doesn't like me. Yellow gold does not like me. Every time I've owned yellow gold, whether it's carat gold, black gold, something has happened, it's been stolen, or I've had to pawn it, or I've had to give it I swapped it with my sister. So I'm almost superstitious against carat gold, yellow gold. I can wear silver, I can wear platinum, I can wear white gold. I can't wear yellow gold. It does not want to stay with me. Linda S. over here, baby oil and the aluminum reflectors. Everybody did it because that was the 80s was the tan era. Angela, I don't understand why they would charge so much for resetting pearls. I would oh, restringing. So restringing, it's not so much they're charging so much. It's honestly the labor to unstring them. You have to be very careful, and then to restring them to knot between each pearl. I've restrung pearls, but I wanted them to do this at Mikimoto, um, because it's their product, and I was hoping to get it they'll clean it, they'll service it, they'll do some other stuff, but pearls, I don't know. The last time I had pearls restrung professionally, it was $150. So I don't think $300 was outrageous, but because it's really we'll do it if you pay us to do it because it is time consuming and it's, labor intensive. It's like kind of like it's not the material cost. You're just paying for the time and then you're guaranteeing they don't lose your pearls. It's like, please don't lose my pearls. Um, but I've had several pearls, strands of pearls. Most of my pearls are freshwater. So farmed freshwater. These are the only ones that are saltwater that I have, are these Mikimoto ones. And I don't know. People just look at them and probably just assume they're freshwater anyway. Um, because they're older, they're a little bit on the duller side. They're not as shiny as they used to be. They're vintage. I got them from an estate sale and I knew what I was looking at. I'm like, "Oh, please sell this to me." These are gorgeous. And every time I have strands and strands and strands of pearls. I buy them all the time. And my sister saw that one set. She goes, "Jackie." She didn't even know they were Mikimoto. She just looked at them and said, "Jackie, where did you get that? And how can I get one?" I'm like, "You can't get the nicest things I own just because you ask." She normally can weasel her way out of things, or into things, but I put my foot down like, "No, Jennifer, these are mine." Um, oh yeah, Angela, you can do it cheaper. It's really it's really because the pearls I have, because they're graduated, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it, anyway. But Linda S., I'm convinced that's why I am so wrinkled now, and my mom doesn't have that many wrinkles. Yeah, sun damage from when you were younger, absolutely. Beale steps. I used to spend all day in the beach, almost from sunrise to sunset. My mom used to go to the beach to take my lunch. It was I was so white that I wanted to get more tanned, and that was the only yeah, it's the only way. Um, but now, it's so funny, yeah, Western Europeans all wanna be tan and Asians all wanna be white. We're like, "No, no, we have enough sun, we're good, we wanna be, um, as pale as we can be." Um, and honestly, my mother's son, my mother's skin is so delicate now because of she's constantly not in the sun that she came to visit me here in Texas, and she was like, "I feel like the sun is burning my skin." I'm like, "Mom, it probably is." Because there's not enough cloud barrier here where like latitude, longitude-wise, we're kinda comparable to Thailand. I mean, we're not that close to the equator, but, we're not subtropical, but we're semi-arid, but without the cloud cover, the heat and the sun, you feel it more intensely, and, I said, "Mom, it's just as hot the temperature-wise, it's just as hot as Thailand." I said, "But Mom's like, "Yes, but you have no clouds." So, my mother is that lady walking with the sun hat everywhere she goes. I mean, people know my mother because of her hats, and she wears a sun she'll take a sun parasol. If she doesn't have a parasol, she'll use a umbrella, you know? She doesn't have an umbrella, she'll take a coat off because she always has a blazer or some type of coat to cover her arms, she'll put that over her head. She will hide from that sun. She's like, "Nope." But I have photo evidence of my mother as a dark nut brown, when they were living in Hawaii, and my twin sister did the same thing. She in her teens, she also was always in the sun and here in Texas, no sunscreen. And she was nut brown and just she looked Native American. She was so brown and long, long black hair. And, she gets mad now because she's like, "Why do I have wrinkles and you don't?" Like, "I know, no, no, I have wrinkles." She goes, "Not like mine." I'm like, "You worship the sun, Jenny. This is what happens. Sun damage 20 years later. It doesn't show up for 20 years. It takes a minute." Um, so anyway, so I'm kind of excited. I have that new bag. Oh, they don't like your body chemistry. Ooh, wow. That's a new one. That's the first time I've heard that one, Linda. I keep putting my phone in a different place. I do have a couple bags coming in the mail. I'm very excited about. Um, James, not so much. I'm telling you, I've been losing a lot of my bids, so I really don't put too much stock in what I order or what I put bids on because I really haven't won any. And then this morning, of course, I won one. I'm like, great. And I had to use a credit card, which, because normally when I do eBay, I try to use my debit card, but the debit card is screaming in agony. So I was like, okay. So I actually won another bid. Dang it. Um, so I've been losing all of my vintage Coach bids, and then I did a bid on a Cole Haan bag. So it's coming in the mail. Surprisingly, Cole Haan doesn't get that much competition. It's another one of those brands that, um, great leather bags, awesome shoes, not much love. And I got this out of a Goodwill. Um, Look at this one. This one's coming. So it's yellow. I've been on this kick for a yellow bag, and I have a couple of them, and I just like Cole Haan has some beautiful leather. We were talking who was I talking to? I was talking to, um somebody asked me how I felt about Ferragamo. I love Ferragamo. I think and like Cole Haan, um, shoe companies like that make some of the best bags. Now, I can't say that about Nine West. Nine West at one point in time when they had leather shoes, they had leather bags. Now they have maybe leather shoes and not leather bags. So it's kind of I wouldn't say Nine West shoes are really good, but Johnson and Murphy, leather shoes, Bass, leather shoes, some some of the really good shoe companies or even just okay shoe companies now, they still make great bags. Cole Haan's one of them. They have some beautiful bags that are leather. Vince Camuto makes some great bags, but man, they were really big and then they just fell off the earth. Like nobody talks about Vince Camuto anymore. I'm like, "What happened to you, Vince?" Um, "Jackie, did you order that blue travel bag?" I said, "Yes, I did, and it's still not here. I don't even know if they mailed it, but I did buy it." Birkin boy. I bought that so fast. As soon as I saw the photo, I was like, "Purchase." Um, but I don't know. I don't because it's on Poshmark and I don't have a Poshmark. I removed the app, so I only go on there through the website. I haven't checked to see if it's sent or mailed out, but I should because I have ordered things from these types of platforms where people don't mail things out. They don't monitor them very well. You'll steps. My sister is totally different from me. In 2 weeks, she is chocolate brown, and I'm a latte. That's funny. Cole Haan has bought out by Cole Haan was bought out by Nike? I did not know that, Linda S. Wow, maybe oh, I had no idea. Yeah, I did buy it. Yeah. I had no idea Cole Haan was bought out by Nike. Um, but no, I have a Cole Haan bag coming. It's the first one. I had bought a couple a long, long time ago. Nine West is almost given it's almost a given here at TJ Maxx. Never bought anything. Yeah, Nine West in the 2000s, early two, I guess 90s and 2000s, excellent shoes, excellent leather. Now, oh no, 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 no. I put them right there next to Steve Madden. Now it's like, yeah, no, not wearing you. Not gonna wear you. Nine West is not the designs they used to be. Yeah. TK Maxx. Yeah, I was watching, so I have a Ferragamo bag coming in the mail too. This is why I'm broke, guys. James is gonna yell at me. I've been dealing with stress at shopping, and James is the most steady, nicest person ever, but we're at the point where he's gonna be looking at me like, "We have to actually still buy food." So I'm like, "Okay." Like, it's like, "You can always find another bag." It's like, and he's right. I just have to stop. It's my 2024 goal, right? It's not buy as much as I have bought this year. This year kind of went this year was supposed to be me paring down, and all that's really turned into is me buying different bags, really. Um, Birkin Boy says Apex owns Nike and Cole Haan, and it's under Tapestry. Man, that means they're gonna go down in quality. I really do feel that way. Because Cole Haan's shoes are some of the worst shoes shape for me. They don't have enough support and structure. They have good material. They're just not made for my foot. Beautiful Steps. Yep, Steve Madden and Ted Baker prices, 20 to 30 pounds for the bag. Yeah. Yeah. Bergen my own share says the only reason I know. Well, that's good, Birkin boy. You know, that is awesome. Yeah, I don't actually own Nikes. Um, I don't own any Nikes. I don't actually own Cole Haan shoes because they don't fit my feet. I would love to own Stuart Weitzman. Now, Stuart Weitzman is good for narrow feet. So is Cole Haan. My foot's wide is harder to fit. I love Ferragamo. I can't wear their shoes, because their footbed doesn't fit my foot. My foot's picky. I wear a lot of men's shoes too because I'm a lady size 10, which means I'm a men's size 8, roughly around there. But men's shoes are a common D width, and women's shoes are a B width as a medium. So, luxational, I hate when my boots don't fit. I gain anyway. Yeah. Have you tried the Vivea boots, luxational? They're supposed to stretch, and they're waterproof. I haven't tried the boots. I just have the shoes. I have, it's not because I love shoes, it's because I've always had difficult feet that I've become kind of like a shoe connoisseur. Hey, somehow adulting. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you. Um, Beautiful Steps. I heard about Apex. It is a US company. Angela Towns, I'm the same way. I have to wear men's shoes because most stores, yeah, they don't have your size ever. Yeah, true. Somehow adult. I liked your last video, Somehow Adulting. That was a great video. Um, yeah, I have terrible feet. It's just I have wide feet. I call them duck feet. So they're flat and go out in a triangle. So it's a narrow heel, which I was honestly, it's not really a narrow heel. It's a normal heel with a wide front foot with a fallen arch. So it makes it impossible to find shoes. Um, so it's like great. There's actually a Danish shoe company called Duck Feet. I love the look. The shoes do not love me, but I love the look. Um, yeah, we're just hanging out midday. Hmm. Apex is an Asian company. Oh, Asian corporation. Yeah. Oh, speaking of I've been looking into the bag company of Orani bag I showed you guys. So apparently before they were bought out by the Korean company that owns them now, they were a QVC bag like 7 years ago. I think that's how the company kind of got some popularity. So, yeah, they're trying to distance themselves from that image. So, like, okay. Um, let me look at my phone. So what bags are you guys looking at other than Linda S? We know you're looking at that Celine. Um, let me take a quick look. Let me see. Okay, I haven't seen your newest video, Somehow Adulting, because apparently I just saw it. Um, oh, I need to watch that one. That one looks really good. So if you guys don't follow Somehow Adulting, she has her own YouTube channel. Awesome content. I love her stuff. I always learn something. Um, this is Farfetch sold for wait a minute, Farfetch sold wait, what? Farfetch sold for $500 million? Who bought them? I haven't watched the video yet. It just came out an hour ago. I'm gonna have to watch that. Not right now though, because I'm talking to you guys. Oh my goodness. Um, Luxational. I almost don't have high boots too many years as a gymnast. Yeah. It's I mean, unless you I mean, okay, so luxational, knowing where you live, you probably need the waterproofing, so I get that, but, I was looking the other day, like, I should buy some boots, and I'm like, "I don't wanna buy boots." Um, oh, Beautiful Steps, her content is so much fun. I learned something new every single time I watch it. It's like, "Whoa." Um so I'm not on the Hermes journey, but I love watching everybody else's. I really truly enjoy watching everybody else's journey. It's fun, because it's just, bag people understand bag people. It's like I don't get to talk about bags to other people in my life. My husband is so sick and tired of hearing about bags. He's like, "No, no, no." Oh, Carrie? No way. You don't mean the same company that owns Gucci, right? I'm saying that wrong. I pretend I know things. Well, I pretend I know things too, but you know different things, so it's fun. Um, it's called experience, right? Um, that's, yeah, I just love watching people's, Birkin stories just because I've actually and I think I say this at every single live, y'all are tired of me talking about it, but I've never been in an Hermes store. I've never owned I think the only thing I've ever owned from Hermes was a garden party Amazonian, and it was when they did that one version with the rubber kind of coating on it, and the person who sold to me lied to me, so even though I love the bag, I was so upset over the lie, I had to get rid of the bag. So, that was a bad introduction, you know? No, they got bought out by PE firm. Oh, a Korean. Oh my goodness, oh, that is amazing. That is so smart. Y'all, I'm just gonna say it. Um, Koreans, they know how to do business, and they're all about the luxury goods. These people are really on the ball, and wow. Because I have one of the bags I have is a Korean company, and, whoa, that's pretty dang cool. Mm, yes, that's how well, his name's Birkenpoy, so we assume he knows a lot about Hermes. I want to, get a book or something about the history of if they have anything. I'm sure somebody's written something about them, their brand history, because it's always interesting, how did all these saddle companies and horse gear companies end up being Coach started that way, and I think even Dooney and Burke started as menswear in suspenders and bow ties, I think, and then Hermes and Louis was luggage, Hermes was what did Goyard start as then? I don't know. Because we don't have the need for leather working like that. I mean, there's still saddles being made. Saddles are very expensive. Saddles can make a Birkin look like it's cheap because saddles are that expensive. But um, I just found out that Farfetch is owned by a Portuguese guy when I heard it was sold. Wow! Hey, smart guy. I mean, why not sell the platform if pre-loved and used is what's doing it? And actually, it's Farfetch. No, Farfetch is isn't Farfetch the one that gets things from different locations? It's not pre-loved, it's just sourcing. Thank you. I only know about the pieces I own, but when you love a brand, you really start to learn as much as you can. Oh, absolutely. Um, Angela, I gotta go. Have to have doctors. Bye, Angela. Thanks for hanging out. Um, I cannot wait for your book because I love books. Um, See you later. Yeah, again, you when I was doing sales, I learned about the brands I was selling, and it kinda just kept on going from there, right? Sales are for your but needs to be expensive. Well, honestly, the I live in Texas, right? So saddles out here can be just functional, but when you start getting the show saddles, they're expensive. And plus they have to be all weather. I mean, you're literally all weather and they're just dang expensive. Of course, these are Western saddles. Some saddles are Birkin Boy Forward started as a trunk making company. Um Goyard? Yeah, that's your text-to-speech being weird on you. Oh, so they were a trunk company. Okay, luggage also, but originally was under a different name. Got it. Um, that's interesting. So, because I mean, what are the American brands? We have Dooney, we have Coach, we have Michael Kors. They're all newish. I mean, the entire country's new. Um, that's what I tell people a lot of the times too about America. Like everything we have is contemporary. The whole country's contemporary. When I went to go visit Vienna and I was standing in front of I believe it's St. Stephen's Cathedral and I'm looking at I know I know Birkenboy, I know you meant Goyard. I'm standing in front of Stephen's Cathedral. I'm like, this cathedral is like 800 years old. America is like 200 some odd years old. you know, so I mean, because we killed off the native population. Let's just be honest. It's been here. It was habited. We just took over. Um, but I used to ride. I want to get back into riding. I am kind of terrified of horses. I mean, not like I like them from a distance, just fine. Yeah. And my back I probably couldn't ride if I wanted to. You know, we never did much horse riding of any type. Mm. Yes, somehow Dalton get back on the horse. Well, at least here you have options too. It's funny because here in Texas, going to school where I went to school in San Antonio, I had friends who had 2 or 3 or 4 horses because they were all rodeo, team roping or ropers, or they were barrel racers, or horses as a hobby down here is pretty common. It's Western, but, and I had other friends who were English saddle and they did other competitions, but when I was talking to my friends, they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." My stepmother, um, not stepmother, was it my stepmother-in-law, my hu she had 5 or 4 horses. She had Morgan horses that pulled carriages. She did carriage riding. She had a team of horses and trained them. I mean, horses are a thing. They're awfully expensive. Mm. That's what she said. Um, I try not to ride anything bigger than me. Yeah, so I love watching not horse racing, but barrel racing and team roping, Western riding. I'm not really into watching English riding. It's boring. Boring for me to watch. I'm sure it's fascinating to everybody else, um but I have friends who have horses. I have friends who breed horses and they're awfully expensive. Mhm. Once my Oh, hey. Oh, well, Susie, of course, you're in Oklahoma. Rodeo all the way. If I could, I would have season tickets to the rodeo, but I can't. I am always working. You did show jumping. That is so cool. Somehow adulting. Um, Susie, did you actually do rodeo? Like you said, you're a rodeo family, but did you ride also? I'm not a huge fan. My favorite thing to watch in the rodeo is team roping. It's always my favorite. It's my favorite, to watch. I like the skill it takes to do that. Beagle Steps not been riding since I moved here, and I've had plenty of places riding schools here, but not the same as riding in Portugal beaches at sunset. I would imagine so. Um, Barrels, yeah, barrels scare me, Susie. You go so tight around those barrels. Ugh. Okay, guys, sorry I have to go getting injections in my hands. I hope they help, Birkin boy. Um, if you can, text me later. You know, Susie, but my dad or team, that is so cool. Yeah. Well, the thing here too is we have a lot of cows out here, especially where I live. Cows are big, um, very big, very very big. And I like cows in the pasture. I don't want to be next to them. I'm totally cool seeing them from distance. Um, oh, Susie, let me show you. I got a new bag. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. Look, this is a Hampton. What do we call this? A Hampton from 2005. I just got in the mail. It came from eBay. I got it from a thrift store, and it's a cute little navy blue and white. I love contrast. It's my favorite thing. Um, so I'll probably use that tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to do interviews. Blah, not fun. Not fun. Yeah, but I have to slow down my shopping addiction, my problem. I have to when your collection has become overwhelming, it is time to fix it, right? So I've sold some. I've sold as much as I easily. Now I need to actually I traded more than sell. Most people want to trade before they sell something, but it's been hard to sell on the pre-love market, even Mercari, even on my Facebook groups, even for some amazing bags. I've seen people trying to sell just what do you call them? The Rogue 25, but $600 bag for $200, $300. No one's buying them. It's not because they don't want them. It's just nobody has, you know, money right now. It's December. Um, Hampton flat crossbody. Thank you, beautiful steps. Oh, we all have addictions. Yes. As you can see behind me, my husband's is board games and Legos and video games. And I am actually using his very expensive laptop for my YouTube. He's not actually using this laptop for his video games because I kind of took over. I like he was so happy I was using his streaming equipment that he was just like, "Oh yeah, sure. No, 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 don't worry about it. Go for it." And now I'm kind of like, "Are you sure now?" Oh, that's what's wrong. I have on my lamp light. What it's not on, but it's fine. I have a lamp right here that's not turned on. I must have turned it off somehow. But anyway, so we've been hanging out for an hour and a half. So what bags are oh, I know what Linda S is looking at. And Beautiful Steps has a couple bags she's looking at. Susie, are you looking at any bags? Some adulting. I have three. Speed, makeup, and bags. Yep. Three addictions. I have, if I had jewelry, bags, jewelry, and I think my husband would say makeup, but honestly, it's not right now. Yeah. I'm just trying to get through this week, guys. A vintage Coach Logan arriving today, hopefully. Woohoo! Oh, I want a photo. I didn't know. See, this is what Coach does. They reinvent it. They had a Logan bag come out in the outlet, but I didn't know there was a vintage Coach Logan. Man, Yeah, I know, gotta get through Christmas. I have to host Christmas, so I'm not sure if Sunday I'm gonna be going live, guys, because well, I'm pretty sure I will go live at some point. I don't know how many people are gonna show up on Christmas Eve, but, um, I'll probably show up. I'll probably go live at Christmas Eve during the evening because our family tends to do all their Christmas celebrations during the day. So by evening, everybody's done and gone, and the ham's been eaten and all that stuff. But like today, I didn't plan on going live at middle of the day, and I had a whole bunch of people show up, so I'm happy. But anyway, jewelry is not an that beautiful steps. Jewelry is not an addiction for me. It's part of me. I can see that. I'm gonna use that. That's what I'm gonna display my jewelry probably. Like, see, I used to wear I used to wear this much, if not a little bit more all the time, and then somebody made a comment about my bracelet problem, so I pared down to just like a reasonable 2 per wrist, and now I'm back up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I really have 8 bracelets? I have 8 bracelets on over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So I stopped listening. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us somehow adulting. Um, that's a perfect explanation, beautiful. Yeah, I totally agree. Thanks for stopping by. Come by anytime. Um, so yeah, we hang out. So I will be going live again on Friday with Jolie. Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I have most of my videos planned out through January, and I'm gonna start working on my February videos pretty soon. Or just, as they come in, I'll be working on them. Like, I probably should do one with that Coach Hampton. That means I actually have 2 from the Hampton collection now, which I'm excited about because, um, I mean, that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do these kind of collection videos is all my Coach nylon or all of my I maybe could do all of my nylon bags in one video, um, even if it's, like, a super long video. But no, I can't keep up with Vlogmas. I can't keep up with the people I watch normally, let alone the other people I'm watching. It has been like a nightmare scenario for me, because I hate skipping through videos, but I feel like I'm missing on videos, and it's just like I'm not sure how I feel about. Okay, I am pretty sure how I feel about Vlogmas. It's too much, you know, and I kind of Um, what's reasonable? I don't know how much is that so hard to achieve it? Yeah, I thought, okay, my mom used to say, "Well, just wear 1 or 2 bracelets," and here I have, like, 8 on one wrist, and I'm like, "Mom, I like 8 bracelets, leave me alone," you know? As I say, my mom doesn't quite approve of my style, but that's okay. We live an ocean apart. She's on a whole different continent, so we're cool. Hmm. I do send photos all the time, though. Now, when she came to visit, she realized just how much time I spent on social media, and she was like, "Excuse me, you never write or call." I'm like, "You never respond." It's like nobody wants to write to an empty, you know, text box, which is what I was doing. So that's why I did part of this YouTube was to have an ongoing conversation, but none of my family watch. It's like I was surprised my twin watched so my twin watched my Estee Lauder, as I told you in the video, and she called me while she was watching, and she said, "Jackie." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I need mascara." I'm like, "Okay. I was gonna give us a Sharon." And she's like, "Yes, I want it." I'm like, "Okay." It's like so unlike me, her eyelashes are a little bit different than mine, and they don't curl back right all the way back. Um, so they don't dot her eyelids with, you know, mascara. It just isn't worth it to me to wear. I'm like, "I don't like it. I don't like putting it on. I don't want I don't want it." So she's gonna get the mascara. She's thrilled. But she was really excited about all my makeup I bought. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you bought all that makeup?" And we were talking about my father because, unfortunately, today's the 5-year anniversary of his no longer being in life, and that is sad. Um, for me, today's the this is also why Christmas is hard for me because this is when my grandfather passed on the 20. 6th or 27th, and my dad on the 19th of December. So December's rough. So I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change my perspective. So I'm trying to say that dad's no longer in life day should be his heavenly birthday. Yeah. Well, my 5 Pandoras are heavy, but I still like to stack them and saw on the pic that blue flower. Oh, you have 5 Pandoras? I'm working on this one. I only have 1. This is my original one, and I still am working on it. Not all of these beads are actually Pandora beads, but most of them are. And I only really like the ones like this, the ones that are, like, solid, not the dangly ones. So I like these guys. I have 1 more coming in the mail. This is a Viking. He was not Pandora. And this is a kitty cat, a dragon, not Pandora. These ones over here are Pandora beads, like an owl, a panda bear, a little horse, a doggy paw. I know it's hard to see. Um, I love Pandora. Um, yeah, Milo's he's over there on the sofa guarding us. Um, but I like non-dangly bracelets. That's why you only see the one dangle pendant on my charm bracelet. So it's because I'm and this is just a little tag, but I when you on my desk it goes clunk, so when I had more charms, like an actual charm bracelet, it caught on all my clothes. So I made sure that when I got this one, which is not Tiffany, um, it would not catch or snag on anything. But I love bracelets. I love sterling silver. Oh, and that's something else I found out, that sterling silver is, 9.25% or 92.5% sterling, and then the rest of it's normally a copper component to strengthen silver, because silver's also soft. But that's why it tarnishes. It's that the copper in the air, and, but I actually clean my jewelry as I wear it. It just gets shinier. It doesn't, because of my acidity in my skin. But and I have a new pendant. I think I showed you guys already, but I think I have a video coming out in January showing this. This is a Polish amber. Amber is interesting. Amber comes so this is a color amber most people associate with amber, the color amber and amber in general. But when we were living in Eastern Europe, they had amber. The most coveted amber actually wasn't this, not this color amber. It was the white, a milky yellow, green, and the white, less yellow, was the more coveted amber, not this typical resiny amber color, which was always I thought was very interesting. This is the stuff they sold to tourists, but the stuff that the people wore themselves, the locals, it was always a butterscotch, a yellow, opaque, not translucent. There's a whole thing about amber, and I had a bunch of it. It just set poorly, and we never got reset. And over the years, we've given away, lost it. So I have slowly trying to buy a bit more. I like it because it's very lightweight, because it's a resin, you know. So it's one of those things that is really easy and comfortable to wear, you know, especially if you have neck and disc issues like I do. I can't wear heavy necklaces anymore, even though I have beautiful heavy necklaces. And my ears are sensitive, so I only wear these teeny tiny little stud earrings. I have a bunch of earrings. I don't I can't wear them anymore. It's just my ears are picky now. And anyway, Jen called me the other day and she was like, "I'm so happy you bought all the makeup." She was so thrilled because we were talking about my father. He always would buy us that same Estee Lauder kit every single year for years and years and years. And I didn't wear makeup then. And so I just kept the perfume. Normally it used to come with like a little perfume in it some years, and then the lipsticks, and then all the rest of it that wasn't skincare, I would save and give to my cousins whenever we went to Thailand. I was very popular with my cousins. But it was funny, my aunt always used to say, "Jackie, I don't like that expensive makeup you bring." I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, it doesn't stay on your face." Of course, we are in South East Asia is humid. Estee Lauder is not really a very good pigmented eyeshadow for humidity at all. Um, yet there's lighter the more expensive it is. Yeah, I have several pieces since light amber, green amber, dark amber. Yeah. The most coveted color is actually a white, and sometimes the white amber will have veining in it, and the prettiest one I ever saw had a blue vein in it. I don't know where that came from, but it's pretty dang gorgeous. But in America, everybody just thinks amber is of this color and this and this. But honestly, in the grading of amber, in the land of amber, this is not. It's also what I found out when I went to the Czech Republic, way back in the dark ages, how valued they value garnets in the Czech Republic. Some of the most beautiful jewelry I'd ever seen. Um, I have tons of wrapping still, 5 Coach bags, 5 Coach lady wallets, and 4 men wallets. Dang. Well, wrap and listen. You don't have to text. It's okay. Most people who are on my lives actually don't interact. They're just hanging out and listening to us talk, which is why I try to read all the comments so people don't have to read the chat log. Because that's what I do when I listen to Super Jacob or I listen to other lives. I don't actually read the chats because I'm normally not in a position where I can. You know. Um, so I really do value you guys for chatting with me because, it's a lot more fun for me and I get to talk to you. Um, and I definitely appreciate each and every one of you. So you're my friends. That's how I view it. You know, my internet friends. Nope, taking a break. Yeah. I actually haven't even sorted out my packages. I have everything, but we dumped everything kind of in the corner and then forgot about it. And then the drama with his dad and then all the other stuff happened that we just haven't that's what I'm doing this weekend is literally separating gifts and packaging them all up. Everything that had to be mailed is done. I have one gift wrapped. This, and I can say it because she's not here, is for my mother-in-law, and this is, um, Perfume, white what's it called? Is it White Lily by Elizabeth Arden? But the jasmine not jasmine, but the, um, vanilla flanker. Like amber is really beautiful. I have so many beautiful jade pieces, turquoise, onyx, jasper. I need to wear my jewelry. Yeah, even if you're just at home, wear your jewelry. I wear all this. I sleep in this. I sleep in this next. I sleep in this. I shower in this. The same with my earrings. These I don't take off 8 bracelets every night. My rings stay on. Everything stays on. Must be hard wearing. Beautiful steps. Usually on Jacob's lives, I was sleep. That's because Jacob is like a vampire. He's only on at night. Now I finally am able to be present in the chance. Woohoo! Well, like with Jacob's, like I think his last live on Saturday, he surprised everybody by doing his pre-show like early. I'm like, dude, I was prepared to watch you at 10 o'clock at night. You're throwing me off here. So like he went on like at like I don't know 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, Linda S says it's 10 in the morning. Like I know, like what the heck? And I can't keep up with his lives. I mean, his chats at all. People chat in there. There's like 15 different conversations going on. Um, I was out and couldn't watch and listen. Yeah. And the thing is, like, he had some really good, but he did a lot of filming in his pre-show, which normally he doesn't do. He normally does most of his pre-show, most of his filming in his main show, but he had to put out some more content for the other he did his Chanel, I think the top 5 Chanel perfumes video in the pre-show. Where does Jacob nobody knows where Jacob lives. I feel like it has to be on the West Coast based on the time, um, because it's so weird. His backdrops are all green screen. He could be in any room. That's the thing. It's just a it's a image generated with a green screen backdrop. He could be anywhere. We I feel like it has to be in the Los Angeles area just because he's a film producer. and he says he's always traveling, so he has to be near an international airport. He's always talking about the Chanel boutique and other things, and it's not like they have a boutique everywhere. I do feel like he's in California somewhere. I mean, it could be the Bay Area. He might not be in the LA area, but it might be the Bay Area. But I feel like for sure it's in California. Um, I'm totally guessing, guys. He doesn't share. If you ask him, he's like the artist to dodging questions. um, when he was looking for the boo buckets, he was driving through LA area. Yeah, I believe it. Beautiful steps. I am wearing 8 rings. Whoa! And 1 stack ring and 2 silver pendant necklaces, and I'm in my PJs. Exactly! That's one of the things that everybody talks about. Um, I know I'm sick a lot today, but I'm tired. Was up at 4:30. I am very tired. The Sex and the City. I didn't watch Sex and the City, the show, regularly or often, but I did catch a few episodes that I always really enjoyed. When Carrie would get into bed with Big, she had a pearl necklace on reading a magazine. I'm like, that's perfect. That is like, that is awesome. Um, yeah, Beautiful Steps. I really do think he's in LA or at least the area because of the references he makes, but he doesn't like sharing, which I don't blame him. My great aunt and uncle, when they were in life, lived in Calabasas, California. So I've been there in Calabasas, and it's very, very nice. Super duper expensive. Like everything in that place is expensive. And they bought the house way, way, way back. Way back. You know, yeah, no, he doesn't share where he lives. I don't blame him at all. Um, I mean, I kind of share where I live. If people listen long enough, you kind of figure it out. But it's like it's not a secret. My name is so very common. That's the only thing that keeps me kind of safe is that there's so many of me, and my exact name combination is pretty dang common. So I felt like, yeah, it's not like I'm super unique. If you have a very unique name, it's kind of easy to find people. I mean, public records are public records. You can find it. Like just by knowing that I went to school in San Antonio, you can probably find half my records. So much stuff is just freedom of information and public records. Because I work at a state agency, I know this. I've had to look for those public records, and, sometimes I'll find stuff for my friends because 'cause they're like, "I don't know where to find it." Like, "Oh, give me a minute, let me look." It goes, "How did you find that?" I'm like, "Well, I know these 3 pieces of information, and with those 3 pieces of information, it's public record. I just had to go to the right county." And they're like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, sorry. If you've been married, you're registered." Birth certificates, marriage certificates, not the car one's different, but there's a lot of things you can find pretty easily. Listen, Linda, careful who you talk. Oh, Linda's. He's hi. Sorry. We're just speculating. We know nothing. He must have heard us he heard us talking about him and his ears were ringing, right? So he was like, yeah, this is the embarrassed face now, guys. Yeah, you had to catch me on I'm a super tired day too, you know? Yeah. Yeah, embarrassing, right? Forget you have to remember everybody's listening on the internet. Nothing ever is safe. I get told that pretty often actually because I sometimes forget and I work with public records. Thank you, Super Jacob. Oh, I'm wearing a new lipstick, guys. Well, you guys know, but this is at Estee Lauder. Isn't it awesome? The unminded my own. Yeah, I'll definitely be sharing this with my husband, and he'll be like, "Excuse me, who are you talking about?" And he won't know what I'm talking about. You know, your ears must have been. You know what? We were talking about someone else, Winnie. We were talking about Winnie the other day, and she popped into the live. I'm like, Winnie, did you hear me talking about you? So she's like, "What?" It was so funny. Um, So I was texting her. She actually was texting me while I was live, and then I told her I was live, and she popped over, and I said, "Did you hear me talking about you? Is that why you texted me?" And she was like, "No, no." But, it was very comical because I was like, "Yeah, we just mentioned you about 15 times." Um, so and now I'm completely derailed. There's no topic. We have no topic. We're just chatting. Um, I felt a vibration in my ear, the little That's hilarious, like a trance that came here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, we're just chatting. Nothing, just trying to get through a Tuesday because normally I'm working, but I took half a day off, so I'm tired. I was up at 4:30, guys. So, which I've said 100 times because although I'm a morning person, that's a little too early in the morning. Like that's like inhumanly early to be doing stuff. Hmm, like no, thank you. Oh, I was going to tell you what perfume I bought my mother-in-law. So she likes vanilla. I hate vanilla, guys. Like, I like vanilla as a part of a thing, not the only thing. She wants vanilla as an only thing. And I'm like, nobody makes vanilla perfume anymore unless you're Bath and Body. And I normally have to get her Bath and Body. So I got her, let me look it up real quick. What was that? Elizabeth Arden perfume. You are ordered. um Will you often blame me for oh, yeah. Oh, no, no. Jacob, you get blamed for a whole bunch of purchases, a whole bunch, not a few. Yeah, no, it was white tea, not white lily. White tea is what I got her, and I got it in the what's it called? Orchid, vanilla orchid. White tea, vanilla orchid is what I got my mother-in-law for Christmas this year. We'll see if she likes it. Because normally she wants like vanilla sugar from Bath and Body, and I'm so tired of buying her the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, if she doesn't like it, she'll tell me. Um, Cult leader, Miss Tay, Miss Jelly, hi, how's it going? Um, Chanel really took all my money this holiday season. I believe it. I saw those giant bags, but Estee Lauder really delivered the best this season. Great value. No, well, Estee Lauder, well, not Estee Lauder. Chanel and I have become new friends again. This, I don't regret this at all, and I've worn it quite a bit. I've only had it a couple months, and hey, and then but that's not the only thing I've purchased because of Super Naked. Oh, I have this one too. Now, guys, this one's probably gonna be going in the mail in January to Miss Winnie because I don't love it. It doesn't work well on me. I love the way it smells, but when I wear it, it doesn't like me, as I can say. It doesn't like me. But look at how awesome this container is, which is why I bought it. So this is an older collector's classic, whatever. It came out, I think 5 or 6 years ago, and it just lives in its little container. Um, so it's Classique by Jean Paul Gaultier. Hmm. But no, I bought Eden. I bought a whole bunch of other ones from the Super Jacob, which is how I found you, Super Jacob, was through your perfume channel, not the other way around. Yes, we have all the Lindas. It's very exciting. Um, apparently, Jacob, I had the Chanel cologne concentration, and it didn't like me. So every time I wore it, it just did not work out. I didn't realize that the EDT was different. So until you told us, and then I'm like, wait, what? What? Wait, what? I thought the EDT was just a watered down version of, or less concentrated version of the EDP. So when you said the formulas were like different, I'm like, whoa. So when I bought it, I said, well, this might get returned. And I wore it, and it was like magic. I was like, ah. So I can't wear the EDP, but the EDT on me is beautiful. Um, uh, yeah, all the windows are here. It's fun. I remember this edition of the Classique, but oh, it is a flanker? Really? No, 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 it's the OG. I think it's the OG. Let me see. It says Classique. Just the Classique. Let me see if it's a No, it is a flanker. Oh my goodness. Learning something new every day. You're right. I have to get the original now. No wonder I didn't like this. I'm reading the wrong description. Okay. Now I have to go get the other one because I was like, everybody loves this. Why don't I love this? Yeah, classique ou fresh. It's like what's that word in French? I think it means fresh. Fraiche, made in France. Wow. Okay. Well, that makes me feel better because I felt bad for not liking it because I love the Lamal. That's like my favorite. I need to buy that one too. Um, Yay. Well, that one's going over to Winnie because she likes that one a lot. Um, yep. Oh, you just cost me more money. Guys, my perfume journey. Yeah, I had no idea. I thought I saw the classique. I'm like, "Oh, it's classic," and then I'm like, but I kept smelling it and then reading the notes, and I'm like, when I go to look at the review, and I'm like, this doesn't smell like that. I don't get it. Um, yeah, yes, no, no, we do lovingly blame him for all of our purchases. And on his Instagram posts with all the, um, Chanel ornaments. I'm like, "Oh, those are so pretty." I've never spent so much time like, I've never been a Chanel person, and now I'm reading books on Chanel. It's like I don't have a bag. I don't ha I had some of the perfume. My mom is a huge, huge fan of their, perfume and face all of her makeup is from Chanel, and she lives in Denmark, so she came to America, and I bought her a Chanel lipstick here in America. She was like, "It's not the same." I'm like, "Mom, it's the same. It's lipstick. You told me the number. I got the number. It's the same thing." And she looked at it. She goes, "It's not the same." I'm like, "Okay." So apparently she's very particular. Um, but Gutierrez makes tiny sizes of Classique too, in case you wanna get I will try a smaller one first, for sure. I purchased the Chanel book because of the yeah, I bought that book too, I have it. Um, that book I have the Chanel the Enigma. That one's really good. And I got the hardcover, I was so lucky. The photos are amazing in that book. That's definitely worth the splurge on the hardcover, especially since it's not in print. I found it a Goodwill or a thrift store somewhere online, and I got it you will not believe, Linda, I didn't wanna tell you, but I got it for, like, $16. I was in shock because as soon as I bought that copy, it's now $44. Um, I purchased the Chanel book. No. Oh, my number 5 soap is coming tomorrow, guess. Yeah, that one's really good. I read the first book that you by what's her name? I can never remember. Starts with a P. Let me go look at my history of purchases. My electronic brain knows these things. I don't know these things. Um, the first book I ordered. The Enigma. Yeah, that was a really good book. And let's see. Oh, actually, I bought that on a different platform. Let me go look at that platform. I bought that on Audible, and I wasn't sure if I should buy any more on Audible because I wanted the pictures, and of course, Audible doesn't have that. Let's see. What was the first book I listened to? Coco Chanel by Justine Picardi. That one was really good. That one was extremely good. It was her life is fascinating. I get it now. I get it. Yes, Justine Picardi. Mhm. The new edition, yes. Um, well, it's an audiobook. Not the Kindle, the audio no. I take things literally, Linda. So, no, but the Justine, Picardi, the one that I liked about hers is that Coco is so complex. I mean, I always talk about this. My grandmother was born in 1908. In her lifetime, what happened in her lifetime, and Chanel was born earlier than that, in the 1880 something. So her lifetime changed even more, and then she gets all this flack for being in occupied France. Everybody was in occupied France. Everybody had to collude with the overarching power regime. I mean, that's what it's called when you're occupied. That's how this goes, you know? But it's politics. We won't go there. Beautiful 1883. Thank you, Jacob. Um, on Saturday, I purchased this Shalimar. Oh, I want that. It was on the Shalimar milk. I can't pronounce it. The Iris one. That one was in stock at Selfridges. It wasn't in stock in the United States, but it was in Selfridges. But I didn't buy it. Well, he's our influencer, guys. He's doing his job. He's influencing. Yeah, so no, I bought the Chanel book, and I bought the second Chanel book, and I'm still reading that one. The second one is a little bit more fun because it's not so much about her life, the life of Coco, but kind of like what she created, the art of what she did, and that's pretty cool. Um, and it was always interesting. I always thought, because I don't have a mental image of what she looks like. I just have, when I think of Chanel, I think of the perfume, and I think of the quilted bag. I don't even think of the clothing, sorry, I'm tired. Um, the tweed jacket, or I don't think about that, or she's famous for a little black dress. I don't think about that either. I think about the quilted double flap and the perfume and costume jewelry. For some reason, because my mother, while she wasn't a Chanel bag person, we had all the costume jewelry. I grew up wearing Chanel sweatshirts, yeah, or t-shirts, or not t-shirts, sweaters. I was a kid in the 80s in Thailand. So every counterfeit item ever, which is the word I'm not supposed to say on YouTube, forgot I said that. Um, we had. I didn't know. I just wore a Chanel sweater because that's what my mom put me in. And when I would come to America, they thought it was an actual Chanel sweater, and I'm like, we got this in Thailand in the red light district. It's like that's where all the goods were in the non-existent red light district that was illegal. Yeah, that place. Wearing our seminar right now, but I get no cut. Yeah, I know, right? Even if you put the links in, I'm not sure how that would work. I still think it needs links, and yeah, I know, right? Can't you put links? Isn't so? We've been talking about this, Jacob, about the whole weird, um, what's it called? YouTube thing that's happening in December. I was talking to Winnie about it, and I'm like, "Winnie, is it just me, or is all the numbers down for December?" And she says, "No, it's not just you." And I figured, because normally I put out a video every week, and then all of a sudden, or every day, I was doing daily videos, and then for December, I said I'm taking a break, and then we have Vlogmas, we have tons of content out there, and all of a sudden, all my numbers have tanked, and all my other YouTubers have tanked. So we're like, "What are they doing?" And my suspicion theory, unfounded, absolutely has nothing to do with facts at all, is I wonder if they're pushing the YouTube, um because they're trying to promote that YouTube buying and YouTube platform, that the videos or content creators that have that in their videos, like, as their links, are the ones being pushed, and everybody else is like, "Meh." Yep. Yeah, because everybody is. Like, my numbers have gone down by half, and almost no new subscribers, which means nobody's seeing what I am actually putting out. It's interesting. Um, but there are links companies that give you a cut, but yeah, I totally use Dacov's links, or at least what is it called? Magic links or whatever. But I don't know, because I mean I'm so new to YouTube, it's not even funny, but it's like talking to my other YouTube friends. I have a lot of other YouTube content creators that are around my same newness, and we all been talking about it. We're like, "Is this normal for you?" And my other friend, who she was saying on her video, saying that, oh, her numbers are down, but she figured it's because she doesn't have the same amount of content she usually produces because it's the holidays. And I'm like, I don't think it's the holidays. I think they're doing something. Um, this pesky algorithm that nobody understands, alleged, not rooted in truth or facts, your opinion. Just your opinion. Yes, just my opinion. I have no insider knowledge. I know nothing. I barely understand how to use YouTube Studio, and every time I go in there, they've changed something. They've changed how we do our ratings. They've changed how we publish. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And you'd think they'd tell us, the content creators, you'd think they'd tell you when they do these things. No, you stumble upon them. And I even get the newsletters, like, whatever. Yeah, I think YouTube is money hungry. I think YouTube is hurting painfully because the piece of the pie has gotten smaller. They've having to share it with all the I mean, if you're advertisers all over social media, you have them on all the other platforms too, you know? And if that's how they're making their money is through ads and premium, you know. Yep, Magic Links is the one of the companies, but I remember hearing about others. Yeah, I know nothing. I know nothing. I don't wanna become a salesperson, to be honest, so I'm kinda but it'd be nice to be able to link things that you love and, get some part of that because I mean, you're promoting them because you love them. A new guy took over at YouTube after Susan left, and he's allegedly trying to turn all us content creators into QC. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense because it feels like QVC. It really does. I've seen some of the new content creators using that new tool, whatever, and as you're watching their content, it feeds up into the screen of what they've linked, and if you hit the link, you can man, but there's a reason why Home Shopping Network and QVC, they had to diversify too, because nobody actually watches QVC. Told that to Jackie a few days ago. Yes, you did, Beautiful Steps. You're normally on the ball. Um, you are. She also told me to change my studio around months ago. I didn't listen. Well, I did listen. I just didn't want to do it. And then finally I had to do it, and she was right. Yeah. Yeah. So, man, I don't want to become QVC. I don't think everything on YouTube is about sales either. Or, you know, I mm, allegedly. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Yeah, he also invited us to the YouTube event last October to brief us on how to sell on YouTube. So gross in my opinion, I ended up not going to the dodge the bullet. There, Linda. Oh, hang on. I just got a message from the spouse. About 3 messages. Dang. Okay. Well, I'm being summoned to leave, and this is not fair. I'm having fun with you guys. Um yeah, the YouTube event thing where they did all the yeah, that was James. He's like, "Hey, we're going over here. Are you there yet?" I'm like, "No, no, no, I'm not. It's only 5 minutes away," but I'm like, "It's fine. It takes them forever to get there." And it's because my mother-in-law's in a wheelchair, so everything with a wheelchair takes longer. Everything. Um Not the way we have to hook her up into the wheelchair converted van is kind of interesting. It's like I can't do it personally. I'm so happy James is strong because how to get her it's not an electric lift and it's a ramp, and then when you get her in there you have to physically move the chair and then hook it in such a certain way. It's like this is a whole new thing. Um Oh yeah, special guest. It's my first time. Thank you, Jacob, for hanging out with us. Um and Super. We remember that live stream. I had a lot of fun. Hey, no, we love you. We are your biggest fans. Hopefully, we didn't bombard you with too much love here because, we're all about we went and talking about you before you showed up. It's like, oh no. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be back on Friday. So, and we did a live early, Jacob, because Winnie is going live at 6 o'clock tonight Eastern time. She and Rakita's Closet are doing a movie thing or something. Yes, beautiful steps, talk to me later. I have to go meet the family, and I guess I'll just get off the live stream. I'll just keep talking. Y'all know I talk forever, and I'm stupid tired, so that's why my lisp is coming out more. You can always tell when I'm really tired. My lisp shows up and I slur a little bit, and it's not because of recreational anything. Never enough love. Always great to share love and send my love to Winnie. Oh yeah, totally. I'll text her. She's working now, but I was texting her earlier. She just did her 30th anniversary with Bill, and she's going live. It was yesterday, and I text Winnie like every day. It's like, I know I'm bothering you, Winnie, but how was your day today? And I also text Beautiful Steps and Linda S. And I text a lot of people. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking. Goodbye. Thank you for hanging out with me. See you next time.